I'm back. I'm back. Took me a while, but I made it back home. Running around Austin, doing chores I didn't need to do. All right, that's okay. Is what it is. All right, so we're figuring out how to rotate this thing. So geo node rotate object towards point. Ooh. Rotate Euler. What am I using? Vector rotate. Align Euler to vector. See what that does. Jack shit. That's what it does. To vector. This is the vector I would like to align to. Hello, Era. So you're gonna specialize in mini world creation right now, Sam? Now, right? Potentially. I do like the idea of making a little more and more D&D maps. It's a fun idea. Just need some better lighting in here, though. Also, hello, Snardom. Hello, hello. Thought I was using dusk. This it's supposed to be twilight, right? Did you see the Blender Studio animation release? I did not. I did not. If you want a harder project in the future, I have the Olo run setting and map. Yes, Twilight. They released their new short movie, and assets are partly available as demos. Oh, very cool. That's super cool. I will definitely have to check that out. And I am interested in seeing what 2D 3D blend. It's amazing. Oh, is that the rocket dog or astronaut dog or something? I saw a little bit of that. This actually does look like farmland. That's charming. Needs to be a little bit less strong, but wait, shouldn't this be this? If you want to do floating islands, oh heck yeah, that'd be awesome. They released it just 1 to 2 hours ago. Their full animation. Okay, I'll have to check that out. A lot more folk are using Blender for animation, and what you can do with it is neat. Yeah, anime studios in Japan and stuff seem to be using the heck out of it. Check the PDF before saying yes. I will check it out. These blades are way too big. Just looking at the presentation of it earlier, interviews with people who worked on it and the blend files open just gave me some ideas and made it go, ah, yes, that's a nice solution. Yeah, seeing how the pros do it always is so eye opening. I swear I clicked this one. I swear I did. The pros. Lighting tips to achieve perfect NPR shading. Interesting. I do want to learn more about NPR shading. That just seems the right thing to do. What if I just went here? We have our little sphere. Wait, geo nodes. We have our little sphere here. If we took a cylinder, join geometry. Let's actually take these, put them over here. Take our cylinder of 4, join it together. It's easy. You just make a rig for your light system, hook that up to your custom interface with controllers for shading geometry nodes based on what you're doing. Oh, wait, that wasn't easy. What we're doing again? NPR means non-photoreal, so like stylized, anime style, toon shading, that kind of thing. Nice. That's satisfying. That's really satisfying. Having little tree trunks for them. Yo, that's dope. I love that. What kind of squash the treetops too? Now we just have mushrooms. I don't want mushrooms though. Also, I found out how to import a model into TTS. Apparently, need to import the mesh as one file, the diffuse is the second, and normal maps the third, and the collider mesh again. Interesting. That could potentially be quite a bit of work. It most likely is quite a bit of work, I should say. Technically, don't need all of it, but we do need these the mesh diffuse. Gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting. PBR versus NPR. Most terms for physically best rendering and non-photorealistic rendering. No Clatter's auto box, but it's interesting. A while back, I was worked on my Gen Chan anime model rig. Got frustrated with the custom normals lighting and animating, but if you have a lighting rig to match the angles, you never have problems. So just these few Blender shorts made me rethink how I do things. A lighting rig to match the angles. Interesting. First, let's view the Veroni. So you move your rig, your model, and you drive the lighting rig so you fake lights from all angles, but exactly as you want it. So the shader can use your color ramps better without shadow, bleeding effects, since the angle of the light is perfect. If you're a rig setup, but it is quite complex, of course. Can't stop ranting when I see these demos. Well, I'll be quiet and blend a bit now. Oh, you're fine. I want to take a look. That sounds pretty fascinating. I'll probably review that once I'm at a good stopping point. Does this look like wheat? So odd color. Very odd. I guess from a distance it does look like it though. A little too distorted, but looks a bit like grain to me. I'm just upset it doesn't cast a shadow in this mode. It's like such a cool view, but I want lighting. Really like these little spaces in here. The map. There's little nooks and crannies. I think our distortion we're gonna push. Just a little bit more variety there. All right. I'm also going to make a cube. To make like a cliff face or something. Ref. I mentioned this would be a VRC map as well as just Blender. This will just be Blender. Era's considering trying to get it into TTS, um, which I believe is like a tabletop system or something to that effect. Not 100% sure on that one. I don't use it myself, but um, it'd be pretty cool to have that option. That's for sure. Hello, hello. Box, we're adding like a cliff so that there's like a base to this. Yeah, should help kind of give it a nice effect. Just trying to fill in the shape of it. I might turn it down just a little bit. So There should be a way to make the background color the viewport color. Where is that? Nah, we'll figure it out. But not right now. In a second. I'm going to change this color, the trees, to just trees. Give it its own dealio. And then here, we'll apply the tree material as well. And tree shading, or no, geonodes. Material. All right. Fun. Very fun stuff. Um, Ted's more yellowish. Pretty yellow. I think it's just the time of day. Sure. The lighting itself might be tinting it. Okay, perfect. This a little darker. I may have moved past it after you said that. Not sure if I'll keep the geonode thing on this. Let's just back it up. And close it. That's a little simpler. All right, a little sandier. Can I sample colors from there? Nope. No, I cannot. It's more desaturated, but I wonder if I could. Oops, close chat. Them is autumn colors. Rotate this a little. That. I really still wish there were shadows, though. Maybe I need some maybe include into like 100, 500. Seems to be a limit to that. All right, let's focus on these blocks. Get the city done. So for the city, we really want to orient the blocks, which we should be able to rotate them individually on the Z pivot. rotate instance rotation. All right, let's instance it. And then rotate the instances. Transform transform geometry. That does the whole thing. That's not what we want. Bucket. Did it work? No, I don't have it open. Whoops. I have to go get some water in a second. Actually, I had to run across the city to go get a key, the mailbox, but then it turns out I already had the key for the mailbox. It's like a lot of driving for nothing. Splash. And then bucket. The classic. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some water. On my knees. All right. Agua acquired. If I do this, okay, so that is each instance or each instance. Okay, so I have here the direction from my position to the center. I need to get the angle between the two. Between my current rotation and this new direction. This will do something weird. Definitely not that. Geo node line instance rotation. Line Euler to vector. Line Euler to vector. That's what I have. Ugh. So I wanted to align my y. My cat is being a needy little shit today. How dare she? Aha. That did nothing, I think. Oh, almost working. So close. Noise. I think that's working. Massage the cat head. Oh, hey there, Kai. When you grab their heads, sometimes I'll have my hand open and my cat will just stick her head in there, but I don't know if she likes being grabbed. So this is almost working. It is so close to working. Or I think it is actually. Yeah, okay, that is working. Gotcha. The problem was using the object because this vector is 0 is the center. Interesting. Oh, shit. So close yet so far. Pivot Z. Okay, now we actually did it. Perfect. All right. So now that we've done that, we can do some other fun stuff, such as creating a mesh line. Take a mesh line. Instance on points. Oof. So many. Maybe let's remove the mesh for now. Just watch the points. Why can't I see anything there? Point. So you can see that. Ooh, it's too many. Okay, that's okay. Then we'll want to do this a different way. First, we will return this back to that. And instead of this, we're going to make a collection. Yes. And then in our new collection, which will be here, buildings. I squeeze his head, and when he does that, he purrs. Oh, my cat always likes getting like there's that like space right in front of the ear where there's like less fur. Let's get that scritched. So make a cube. Call this building A. And then building B will be both S2 and Z2. Z3. All right, see what that looks like. So we've got 3 buildings in here. I'm going to move to the center and then disable. But I can still feed the districts with this buildings object. Separate children. Still far too many. Why is that? Did I double my amount of instances somehow? There should be some variation here. Pick instance. All right. That looks pretty cool. Still not as filled in as it should be, but certainly improved. This one's funky. I'll have to redo this section. So it makes a circle. You and your geometry nodes. Random value. Combine. 0.1. Bam. Bam. So it's a good old box smiley. Now I want to do other things. Set material. And we'll do the city material. Take that back. We'll want a new city buildings. I could maybe imply that they merge at sometimes, but actually potentially I could just instance another group. Like this. Is there a seed though? Will it be the same exact setup? Basically. Yes. Interesting. Too bad you can't make the buildings have unique colors random. It is possible. It is possible. Where Sam, that is not possible with geometry nodes. That's impossible. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's pretty dope already, though. Pretty dope. Pretty doopy. It looks pretty doopy. And then we're going to go to shading. Oh, wait. Geonodes first. Give it the buildings. Material. Shading. We want to give it a brick texture. Then change the is it frequency? No. Mortar size, brick. Here we go. Wait. Brick width. 1. Brick. Should be an offset. 1. Wait, now I can just do just this. Constant. And then slap it into the emission. It required a bit too much effort for this project, I think, but this way I have enough Lego buildings, blocks of house parts, people can generate cities with detail and geometry nodes, color, text, all kinds of variation. It's insane all the options it brings. Of course, it works. A lot of work. The more complex you make the systems. Let's go. I want a little less frequency on that. Right around there. So, and then we're going to go to our buildings collection. Select these objects, tab A, U, and cube projection them. Huh, that should have worked. U, cube projection. It's not working because I'm not using the UV, of course. There we go. Okay. Then we can scale it down, or in this case, up. We need to make sure all the buildings are unwrapped. Maybe it was this one that's not wrapped. I don't understand. Let's select all these, go to UV editing, UV, cube unwrap. Okay, now they're all the same density. And we can turn this down a ways. All right, something like that. Looks a little odd in this color scheme. Then we can also plug this into color variation on the buildings. Gotcha. Then these ones. This should go height. I always mess that up. There we go. Distance. Okay. So that looks like a sea of craziness. Let's turn off the emission really quick. Still can't see enough. Now let's go to layout. Interesting. Looks kind of cool though. All right. So color variation. We need to create an attribute here, and then the geometry nodes, we need to capture the instance index. Store named attribute. It'll be a float, or it has to be an integer instance name attribute capture. Is capture different than? Yeah, that should work. And we'll say index. Well, okay. Index. Then I can go to shading, and I believe that we now have index as an attribute. Let's just plug it in here. No. Sure is cool stuff, Sam. The node noodles. I shall again pinky swear to try and make more use of it. I'm sure I'm getting close to. I'm at the very edge of my knowledge right now. It's like there are other insane things you do with geometry nodes, but I know that I'm getting close to all I can do. Whoa! What the fuck? Hmm. Interesting. Speaking of, okay, but there is variation, which is what we wanted. They shouldn't. They just shouldn't be that bright. I think it was just clamping it. Yeah. Okay. As long as we clamp it, it was just hitting values that didn't make sense. And then we should be able to give some sort of variation on there. This, and then 1, 2, 3. Add in some other colors. We'll set it to constant. Well, no, I think maybe ease is fine. Here, do a kind of a yellowish one. A gray is good, and then a blue, bluish. It's looking a little odd. They shouldn't be quite as saturated as this. Right around there. I was expecting a bit more variation here. I'm going to do constant so I can see this a bit better. Most all of them are in the gray and black section, so I want to push there and may have to just view this only from a distance. um, and the strength on this is too strong, let's say. Okay, let's go back to GeoNodes. I'd like to adjust our potential random value here, make them way bigger, but I think really we'll actually make them a bit smaller. No, I liked how they were. Just a decent amount poking over the walls. All right. So there we go. Got a decent amount done. Still more to do, but red works as well. I like red. Perfect. But bam, that's for trees. Let's do the base. Be cool if you could smooth the normals a little bit easier. And then we need to get the other. There's like a smooth normal modifier. That'd be cool. Need to make a town. Towards the edge over here. All right. Let's make a backup copy. Mm. Let's say already created. Most of it's in. All right. We'll do this actually. Bam, bam. push it a little bit further back. Then do another cut here. Oh, I made it inside this collection. Like, what the fudge? The map. Let's make a new collection for the city. There. This guy over here. Get a little solidify more. Our favorite, displace. Let's make sure I'm working on the right one. Noise. Nice. Perfect. Should look like water. It should look cool. There we go. And then do a Musgrave Veroni into reflectiveness to 0. That will help. Well, 0 means it'll look like matte, flat. Right. I was actually thinking of ice over snow. But if it's snow, And we can use this, just scale it up to the point. Some ridiculous point. Distance to edge. Looks nice. Oh, wait. It's not even doing anything. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Let's try noise, white noise. There we go. Shimmery. Shimmer down. And then put this into roughness. And that looks pretty good. Maybe a little uniform, but I like that. Alrighty. Ugh. I don't have a night. Okay. Twilight. Nope. Night. Looks a little blown out on the bottom. This one's kind of cool though. Please let me move. Textures. Hey, a follow. Thank you, Mugatu. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're working on making a little city right now. Got this D&D map that we've been working on. Nice to meet you, amigos. Nice to meet you too, amigo. We're kind of just blending. Usually I'm working on VR chat avatars, but we're doing something a little different today. Exploring some shenanigans. Beautiful work, just like Grumman. Oh, thank you. Well, I appreciate you checking it out. Been enjoying putting stuff up there. I appreciate you coming by. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm hoping to do a lot more on that Gumroad side of things. Slowly but surely. We're getting there. We're getting there. Intensity. Oops, that was the wrong thing. Sam's favorite part, kinda lighting. It can be a mixed bag. Mix shader. I was hoping to get like some nice points. Little dots. Something. That does not seem to be the case. All right, ignore that for now. I don't know. This isn't as nice as the other lighting, I would say. I think I like this one better. A little more dramatic. This one feels a little washed out. Okay, well, let's stick with this one. Now I need to figure out the void. We got this thing here. And perfect. We unwrapped it nicely. And switch back to object. We're going to do a gradient texture like this. Oh, wait, before I adjust it, let's make sure I'm using the UV map. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Bam. Bam. Move it over. UV. Oh, you guys can't see that I'm looking at this. Dang it. Let me move it up. I'm moving the UVs around in this little box. Bam. That's pretty much it. But now we have a nice gradient. Both sides. And we can start doing some fun stuff. Turn on blend mode, alpha blend, and no shadow. This shouldn't cast a shadow, but if we put this into transmission or alpha, we get some interesting results. Pretty cool. Let's also feed in the UV here. Fascinating. And then, oh yeah, obviously I can just add a color ramp like this. And then add a point right in the middle, which will be completely white. And this one will also be black. And that way it should be, if we fade this in, or put this into the transparency, bada boom, alpha, it fades out on the edges, which is cool and dope. Cool and dope. And then we'll make another one, also pure white. Boom, boom. 7.5, boom. And this way, put it in here to emission. That. I think we can even map the range where it's from 0 to 1 to -1, 0. So we get void. Oh, 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 oh. Then we want to multiply this time this into the alpha. That way we should get not like that. Gotcha. It should be a mix color. That doesn't matter. Mix. This goes into the factor, and this goes into A, and now, or B in this case. Or no, that is what I wanted. I think. No. Yes. That. And then that was right. Like that. Let's take our Musgrave texture and scale it to like 10. We can make it 2D. No reason for a 3D one. Now we have this kind of transition between the two. But be able to blend it out a little bit better because we're feeding it into the alpha texture. Yeah, like that. And we can push down, I guess. All right. So close, so far. Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's still going to be a grayscale result. It's not feeding that in. Alpha. I want just more fade on the edge there. How do I get that? I would get that by okay, it's just the blend mode. And frame. Nope. Time. Frame. Nope. I have to take this, add driver, and we'll do frame. Nope. Frame times 0.01. This should work. Delete that in a second. Anyway, decent look. I wish we could fade it out one more time, so we will. Like a mix. Turn in. This is the factor again. Feed this into the result one more time. All right, and that time we got a nice smooth transition there between the void and our stuff over there. Okay. Nice. So I'm going to hide that for now. Take that back. I'm going to switch our view. I'm going to put end to with an extra 0 there, and then just scale this out and up. World building nice. I'll have to watch this vid later to see the process. It's been fun. It's been fun. We've got a city, mega city. We've got this cool terrain here. EV volumetric lighting clouds when? We're getting there. We're getting there. I kind of wanted to do that one with it, but I think I would be pushing my brain limit there. Pushing my brain limit. Doop. And this would have been a lot better as the whole background, but I'm not going to mess around with that yet. So, how do we break this up? Volumes and EVs don't go well together, but I could be mistaken. Cycles, it looks fantastic with a little effort, but yeah, cycles, not something you can just drag your camera around in either. I've seen people have some decent um, stuff, but it's certainly a lot of work. Things make render 6 hours instead of 1 minute, but it works well. Duplicate these buildings, move them out into the city section. Boom. And then them over here. They don't have the building material. Well, true, it also makes your images look so good depending on the style. Oops. One of them leaning. And we'll make this one be ice. Ice, ice, baby. Now we're gonna make another one called debris. Like calculations, worth it when you see them passes in the result. More time. Take these, duplicate them again, move them into debris. In the debris, I'll actually make a sphere. Snowy Wolfheart. Hi, I'm new here. Just call me Snowy. Are you making a world? I am. I'm doing a little. It's going to be like a D&D map for people. So it's not a VR chat world. This is like a D&D map for someone. So there's a city here that we're making. We've got this like forested area. We've been just started working on this today. But hello, Snowy. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. We'll use simulation nodes to simulate people falling from these buildings. Oh, dropped frames. Should be good. Well, that might be my CPU then. It's good on my side, but who knows? Debris field. Save low. Yeah, we do have backups. Points. We'll do points to volume. Or no. Volume to points. In volume. But I have to take the mesh to volume. This. And then do this. And then we get a noise. Texture. Drop that in here. Usually that works. Random grid. Wow, that looks, whoa, wild. I don't know what I'm looking at there, but that's cool. Used to have a VFX artist roommate. Every time I walk by, I Control A, and it would cause After Effects always crashes. Nice. I'm making a VR chat concert world for people to use. That's super cool, Snowy. Awesome. Awesome. I was just farting around in one the other day. It's always pretty cool to see what people are making there. And we'll say instance on points. A cube. Random value. There. And of course, a random value for size. Portals. Portals. Find it odd that Fantasyland is so neat and packed in one small area, unlike our garbage cities that spread around. That's pretty cool. This is really fun, honestly. Like super fun to work with. Okay. These are a little too regular. And we're gonna do trans. Yeah, it's fun. Stop distracting me. Never. I should have done that before. I added the solidify mod. Duplicate these. No, I'm a singer in VR chat, so I thought it would be nice to make one, and sometimes I'll use it to show my music, but I'm not working on it today because I did a 16-hour stream yesterday. My goodness. That is a long, long time. I don't know if I have the endurance for that. Oh, thank you for the follow, Snowy. Much appreciated. Well, I certainly wish you well with um, your singing and building the world. I certainly enjoy making this kind of stuff as well. World making is very fun. Um, Maybe we'll try to do one for VR chat sometime soon. That'd be fun. But if you have any questions about using VR chat, you can always come by. Okay. How to break up the city? This is the real question. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Sam, was it doing it on every claw and bean? Sorry, off topic. It was. It was. So it was every claw and bean as well. So I think I had recombined some objects and it got a little funky. But it was a pretty easy fix. Actually, I want to do this really quick. I want to make a combined XYZ and do a random value for each of these. That should give me a little bit more variation than just what we have here. Whoops. It should stretch them. Gosh darn it. Do I have to have one for each? Yes. Nope. Hmm. Or I do, and then I change the seed. That's what it is. Yes. All right. Now it looks a little bit more varied. Man, that is satisfying. That's really satisfying. But I love it. All right. Enough of that. Let's get the city made. Um, to divide the city, could you not use a circle slash mesh to vertex paint your density on, or do you want it to be more procedural? For this city here, you definitely could use density, but there was a specific layout in our reference. So I was following this here in order to make it. So this is going into TTS. Is that tabletop simulator? I think Era will be trying that. I'm not sure. Hopefully it'll work, but that may be a difficult process. Not to poo poo on the idea. I think it'd be awesome if you could, but it may be a challenge. Tabletop simulator also has a VR option. Yeah, I think we're just talking about one of those. I think it was Tabletop Simulator Era was looking at, but I don't know if Era uses VR during D&D. Elsewise, will turn into a flat image and load it, but yes. Well, I got one player who has potato internet, one whose PC may not handle it well, so we'll see. Fun part of Legos isn't stepping on them. Just for some people. Just for some people. Now I'm going to delete this because it doesn't line up with our perfect circle. And then we'll flip it around. And darn. We're going to take the geo node here, the districts. We're going to turn down our subdivision level. Because that way I can just do it manually like that. Well, I don't know. I liked how it was before. Okay, yeah, we'll leave it like that, and I'll just delete the intersecting buildings in a second. Actually, that looks kind of cool in a way, but maybe not what we're going for. Hero Forge character I gave you was in format that accepted models. Oh, fuzzy. And camera. Wait. Yeah. VRC worlds, do they allow external calls API interaction? I am uneducated on VRC still. You can create some URL calls. Some worlds have like YouTube video players in them, which is super cool. Oh, wait, can't I just... What if I just took this here and moved it? Okay, that's easy. Sort of. So we need... Interesting. Making vectors interact is my bane. That works. Can I just put this in here and then this in here? Yeah, that almost works, but I need to make a different thing. I just need to move it after I apply it. So let's back up a few steps. Okay, make a copy. And we'll call this pre-city destruction. Destruction. As in, why not be able to have a VRC world which can load these kinds of maps from an external source? So you could have your own VRC TTS with custom maps. You could load images. I don't think there's any sort of API calls for loading 3D models on the fly. Everything has to be, all 3D models have to be pre-packaged. That's what you upload to VR chat. But dang, that would be cool. It'll probably get there eventually. We're just not there yet. I'm going to turn off everything but the city. Bools. I'll move this to Boolean. And then our walls here. This should be moved into the city. Yeah, because I can do this in Neos now. Oh, really? Well, in theory, since I'm lazy, I won't. Others have done it already there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Huh. I know very little about Neos. I should take some time to explore it, but I have been lazy. Right, when I mesh this, it gets rid of the geonodes. So how do I make the geonodes? I don't know. I think I need to. I've done this before. I make a empty, and I give this. No, I make a cube, and then I give this a geonode. New. Call this copy, and then I drag in districts. And then we put the geometry here, and then I apply this one. Now I have nothing. Wait, what did I do? What am I selecting right now? I'm selecting this one. This is the districts. Okay. I'm so tempted to say I can see my house from here when I'm looking at the city. I hope you can, considering who lives in this city. Apologies to yawn. Or for yawning. So we got the cube. We put the geometry here. Realize instances. Then we apply. Interesting. So we did do that, but it gets rid of the material information, which makes sense because they're not instances anymore. Okay, so let's deselect some of these. Or, yeah, deselect the ones that will move. Let me reference the map again. So it's basically just these two districts here. So yeah, we'll deselect on here. Hit Control L, invert that selection. Or no, don't invert that selection. Control L, delete. Okay. So here's our chunk of city that's going to move. And then in our main districts object, this one, we're going to select some faces to get rid of. All right. And let's move these. Let's hide those for now. Then we're going to look at this. We're going to apply the, no, leave the solidify. Because that way I can cut chunks, chunkaroons. Chunkaroon. Bam. And we'll take our section here. And separate it. Boom. Now I can move that up. I'm going to turn off the bevel on this one. Oh, awesome. Is this an Acropolis? I think it's more like a dream city. Not like a utopia, more like a metaphysical place. And yeah, I should go back to here, and then we're just going to start separating chunks. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I, I oh, kind of want to check random past the northern road out. Name that portion of the road the bridge to nothing. It was a place populated by lost souls, so those who no longer exist nor are real. Oh yeah, no, I mean that's fine. I'm not worried. Yeah, when it's destruction like this, I'm not too worried about making sure it matches exactly. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit with some of these shapes. Hello, Cherry Blossom. Welcome. Hello, hello. How's your day going? We're breaking up a city. We're destroying a city right now. How's your Tuesday going? Hello. Welcome. Need to set origin to geometry as a quick favorite. Pretty well. Still working on my character. Very exciting. Very exciting. Character progress, always good. Hello, Pretzelbot Plays. Welcome. Been a while. Hope you're doing what you're working on. We're making a D&D map for a client. Uh, they've provided a map, and we made a city here, and we made a little terrain over here. Really like these little forests in here. It's very satisfying. Um, Mostly a lot of geometry nodes, if you're familiar with it. Oh, and bam. I'm going to move this one down further. Like this. Some of these other ones should go farther too. Haven't messed with them personally, but yeah, mostly just better particle systems. But how you doing? How's life treating you? Hope it's been good. Like the green UI skin or whatever. I love it as well. It's a fun way to like kind of spice up your time in Blender. Just swap out your skin. Your Blender skin, not your real skin. Definitely keep that on. Oh yeah, I have made more progress. Posted it in the server. I'll take a look. I'll take a look. Oops. Point two. Boom. Oh, I love that. I heard Spooky Month is coming up. It is coming up. Made another avatar for VR chat for the spooky season. Hey, heck yeah. I have to work on cosplay stuff. Awesome. Awesome. Feels good that Halloween is so close. I'm very pumped for that. It should look like this. The other day, I had to help a friend fix his giant deep skeleton because it fell and broke in the wind last year. That's funny. That's pretty funny, honestly. Sad that it broke, but hilarious that you're working on a giant skeleton. I'm crafty. I know how to fix things. I want the giant dragon, but I've told myself no sometimes. So did the skeleton die twice? Yikes. You cannot kill what is already dead. All right, so now we're going to go into the city, which is going to be interesting. You know what? I think I'm just going to make a debris field with it, with the city instead. That sounds a little bit easier, honestly. What? Just let me. I can't make a. Do I have to do that here? There we go. Okay. Um, debris field builds. Then we will just move our scale changes there. Rotation we'll definitely want to keep like that. But we want a collection. And this collection will be our buildings. Say big instance. Separate children. Why isn't it working? Why? There we go. Huh. That's working very differently than I expected. But it's kind of cool. I think I need to hit original. There we go. Let's move our cursor to here. And we'll make a cube. Oh, no. And we'll have some cubes of buildings. Long story short, since the city was based off memories of the person who was in the head of it, this is a section recalling the numerous wars he witnessed. He has actually tried to delete it and failed. Return the slab. I love that meme. City being vaporized or just magic accident. Just a magic moment. Makes me a little teary-eyed inside. This is better because now I can actually keep the building material. Sort of. Excuse me. Need to copy from here, store a named attribute. Pretty cool. Destroy it, Isildur. We're gonna add a sun spotlight really quick because I just want to see what giving this some actual light would do. Nothing apparently. Oh, I need to do options, scene lights. There we go. Yeah, just a little bit of shadow adds so much. Oh, but I can't see it at a certain distance. Bam. Bam. Angle. Oh, stuck on the bubble. There we go. So lower that strength just a little. Just enough to give things shadows. That's really what is important here. We'll go to shading. Layout. All right. Doo-ba-doo, doo-doo. What's left? Was a fountain. And the towns. Here and here. Okay. All right. So we'll do plane. We'll add a geometry node. And we'll give it the districts. I don't want to scale that up. Just want to place it here or so. That one doesn't show it. This one does. Might have to switch this one to distribute on faces. We also need to give it a shrink wrap. They're all cockeyed. Hmm. I did give it the normal here. I'm going to take that back. So now this should just be straight. Shaped like a gourd. Now it's an ocarina. Gourd. Gourd. And I'm going to take this. Right. Because, all right, so this one needs to be separate. And we need to turn off shrinking. Or we just need to switch which one it's pointed at. All right. Oh, you can do lines. Interesting. Can I just do a single point? That makes sense because it is distributing it up to points. Duh. So for this one, we're going to switch the geo nodes. We're going to make a duplicate, call it scatter districts random. And we're going to switch the, wait, yes, to instance on points, and we just feed in the geometry. So now we want to do points face, distribute point on faces like this. Something like that. Okay. Then we'll swap this other one to it as well. I kind of like it's like the road just floats in. Shit, we making towns now? Heck yeah! If my players discovered that, they would call Ocarina Town instantly. Leave it to players to destroy all your world building. Yeah, hello, welcome. We're working on we spent some time making a map. It's a map for Era's D&D campaign. I think it's probably a little bit too big. Are train worlds just track looped? Spent some time making noodles. I may have some ramen after this though. Fitting. Very fitting. Um Correct. This is a D&D map, not a VR chat D&D map, just a D&D map. So this is what Era's going to be showing his players. Yeah. Do they have a blur now? Blur attribute. Oh. That's a little too complex to set up right now. basically, and it's going to have this cool thing here. So it'll look like this. This broken world. Thanks. I do use Tabletop Sim. It's very fun to do. I really love this. This is as well. Mm. It makes me want to. I could do this all night. I could do this all day. But I will have to wrap up at some point. It's just so tempting to keep going. This will move into the city, and it will be the fountain. Technically, did this all day. That's true. That's true. But the night is young, and I am not, so I stay awake a long time. Just earlier, 16 hours of stream. I could never do that. 15 minutes later, I can dance all day. I can dance all day. Or dance with Don Mazzetti. Has anyone ever seen Don Mazzetti? Funny guy. fountain-ish. Then we'll make a UV sphere. Something like that. Give it agua. That was water. Give it the agua. The agua. And then do transmission. Alpha blend. Oh, that may have lagged the stream. Huh. Should be pretty good here. I don't know why it's transparent or not transparent enough. That looks cool. Do I need to go here? Refraction. Look at that. Oh, wow, that looks dope. Wubba dub. I hate this inconsistent stuff in Blender. Using geonodes to sculpt some hair now. Using the sculpt collision, which I love. Then you smooth, bam, all your curves into the skull because collision doesn't work on the smooth tool. Like mirror tool in some cases, not mirror in certain actions. Particularly found it contains a liquid mirror if you want to be fancy. Ooh. Um, give it some metallic and a little darker, I think. That. And I guess we would turn off the blending. Just be opaque at that point. I'll have to move it up to make it clear that it is indeed a fountain. Well, I think it needs a little bit of see-through, so I'm going to leave that on. Otherwise, it's going to be a little too hard to see what's going on. I like it. Oh, well. Why does this not have a... What? Oh, it's just so shiny. It's just too shiny. My God, it's just so shiny. Huh. I think I'll have to make this one a separate object in order for it to render properly. Actually, this one I will turn off that. Oh, no, here we go. Alpha hashed. I don't get it. How detailed are you going to get? Not too much more. Not too much more. We're enjoying this process, but we're just about to wrap up. And I definitely am looking forward to my chance to do something like this again, because it was quite fun. Just makes me want to make VR chat worlds, honestly. Splish splash. I was taking a bath. I'm not sure on VRC. I think there's a problem for any VR game. World optimization can be/feel worse than character optimization if your world is detailed, since you're often using multiple assets, even if they're all your own. Oh, yeah, I believe you there. Because it's just like it's worlds are by necessity very expansive. I think that looks like a fountain. I don't know why this one is hard to see. Make it a little bit darker. Oh, and then let's make the stone material also like a gray. Oh. All right, we got 30 minutes. Let's add a little bit more to the palace. I'm going to look up a palace sort of structure, get some reference here. Palace images. Show me the way. Yeah, feel free. The bottom's so far down. Whatever works. It's a map. Fair. We just got the time. We have the time. We have the power. I was kind of close in the direction I was going. I don't think I'll be able to make it exactly the same, but twill be close. Bam. You. And we'll do GZ like this. That. And I swear there is a way to make steps super easily, but I can't quite remember. It's almost like a one-click option. Thought ask Sky if he was using a CAD program to do it. Let's see. Blender, make, or stair bevel. Bevel.
Select this cube. Zoom with mouse wheel up. Press tab for edit mode. Click this edge selection tool to activate it. Select this particular edge. Press Ctrl plus V keys on keyboard and move your mouse down a bit. Without clicking anything, move your mouse wheel up until you get 5 selected faces. And press 1.5 on numpad and enter. Now click this bevel button. Check this custom profile. Click on this drop down to choose steps.
Oh, I was so close. Like, I know it's easy. I didn't realize it was that easy. No, I guess there's a limit to that. Or no, I just did this wrong. Oh. Then take this. Or awesome. It's a pretty cool view. I'm going to take these corners right here, duplicate, fill, boom, boom, separate it so that I can apply the mirror. Dissolve this. New SDK update. Oh, interesting. That's exciting. I think I'll take a look at that before I end the stream. And just going to keep it a little simpler now. All right. There is nothing else to grab to shrink it like that. I love this grayscale view. That looks amazing. You think you've won? All right. I think we got to call it there. Pretty fun, though. I do wish that. Sure, just a way to round that off. That feels a little bit better. Looking pretty AF. Just a few minor details to go. My player will be floored when they see this. Is there anything else you'd like to add? I'm getting pretty close to just calling it. I got the towns. I got the fountain. Oops. IDK, what's actually different just looks like quality of life stuff. Okay. Let's take a quick look. VR chat updates. This one. Road leads out to the north. Past that, just getting the walls of the street looking like cobble and whatnot. Gotcha. Looks nice. It's like, oh, thank you, Snowy. Your longest continuous session you've ever had in VR chat. 46 hours. Amazing. No regret. This person has no regrets. I doubt that's even the actual record. Like, I bet people have been in VR chat a lot longer than that. All right, the road leads out north. Okay, let's take a look at the ref here. Gotcha. Well, I do have the. Oh, I see. So this section is actually in place. Gotcha. For the most part. Pin the road up and such. If you want, however you want to do it. Gotcha. I've done one longer than that. Oh man, intense. Still more than my total time. That's intense, Snowy. Do you feel like What's your I feel like that would just give you like a lot of I don't know what the word for it would be. Do you feel like you're coming back to reality after that? Or do you feel like reality is a little different after that? Actually, I could do a chunk of this one. Where did I put that one? Where did that go? Where'd my gosh darn it? Wait, this one? It is this one. But there should be buildings on it. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Uh, bam. Why? Should be some points on here. I should have at least like one or two buildings. Takes me 2 days to come back from those long ones. Interesting. No, reality is still the same. ERP, everyone wants to get low places. Wait, what's that again? I could live in VR to a degree. Oops, lost it. I definitely feel like my vision is sometimes quite off after being in VR for a while. Huh. Why is this one not working? Just doesn't like this one for some reason. Let me try turning it off and back on. Does it need to be aligned with that piece instead of the farmland or whatever? Oh, right. I have the shrink wrap. You're right. It was looking to shrink wrap all the way back there. Just really wanted to set things up over there. Bam, bam, boop, 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 boop. Cool. Oh, hello, Josh. Welcome. If you could work as professionally as you do out of VR in VR, would you? Yes. 100% for sure. Um, I think my only real concern is just like neck problems over time. But yeah, if I could sit in like a super comfy chair and like lay out, just have my keyboard or whatever, and then be looking at things while you're doing them, I think that would be the most exciting part. If I could be in VR and it looked like this while I'm working in VR, that would be like just an unbelievably cool moment. um, like I've done one, a 161, like a 161. What do you mean 160 hours? My goodness. Josh, welcome. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're making a city right now for a D&D campaign. Kind of a D&D overview map. My goodness, 160 hours. So what, 8 days? Something like that? A week? Wow, powerful. No, that's more than a week. You definitely have more VR, it's more stomach for VR than I do. That's impressive though. That's impressive. But I do think that, as headsets get more and more comfortable, I certainly will be spending a lot more time in them. They're lighter, better resolution. The big screen VR is super tempting, but until I can get one that I know for sure I would never need that I would for sure I would never have to worry about reading text in. I'm gonna wait till that. See the ones I can fit my glasses in. The big screen ones you actually have to order prescription lenses for. Actually, pre-order the big screen limo. Hey, heck yeah, that's awesome. Let me know how you like it because that's definitely big on my list to get. It looks awesome. And we'll go to um, shading. I'm only slightly worried about the FOV since I saw a big jump from my Quest to Index. I also would like wireless, but streaming capabilities with wireless is no. I don't have much problem with my Quest 3 um, streaming wirelessly. I like that quite a bit, actually. I don't quite like my Index as much as my Quest headset. No, like streaming Twitch. Gotcha, gotcha. As long as you're hooked up to your PC, it's the same. But definitely, um, praying Nofio actually comes through with their wireless promise. I'm not familiar with them. Yes, it was, but if I have to do that again, it would be a sub week party. Gotcha. Fair. Absolutely fair. So you stream as well then, Snowy? Or are you looking to get subscriptions for your music? Company making a wireless solution for Index, but haven't heard anything in a while. Also screw Meta and FB lol. It seems that according to sadly it's Bradley, a new Valve headset is on the horizon. So fingers crossed for that, y'all. How do I make a radial UV? Double check. That's not what I want. Probably just end up grabbing a Quest 3 since I'm still using Quest 1. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Quest 3. Give me gloves. No more controllers, just gloves. I stream sometimes. Gotcha. I prefer wireless. Yeah, wireless 100%. It just it makes it bearable. I don't I wouldn't enjoy what I do in VR without. This UV is just a vector. So I should be able to make a spherical. This one should be like this. Perfect. And then I can combine XYZ. Is factor the same? Yes. Okay, so X, Y, and then brick texture, vector. Damn, my brain's so big. Um, that's not scaling like I wanted to. Sometimes prefer wireless. Please no headset. Let me dream of the famous now. Few gave me interviews 2, 3 years ago. Why neurology, research of all kinds, brain science. We hope to bring something entirely new around 2024. We're getting there. We're getting there. Next time we'll invite you. Yeah, please do, Snow. I'd definitely be interested in checking it out. Making sure you're seeing what your music is about. Oh, I'm so close to getting that centered perfectly. UV constrain damage bands. So the funny thing is, we're on the cusp of being able to use tech to have just like a headset reading your brainwaves, but it's weird. All brains are different. Also heard they were working on a Quest 3 Lite and another Quest Pro. Is wireless worth busting out my Quest 2? Never tried. I love it. If you're playing like VR shooters, it's not comparable. If you're tripping over a cable playing VR shooters, it's just awful. um, there was a girl streamer I saw. There was a girl I saw. There was a streamer who was using her headset just purely brainwaves to beat Dark Souls. Um, just super fascinating. I'm asking now, do you like K-pop and country music? That is a combo I did not expect. Um, I don't mind them, but I can say that my favorite is metal. I need to hide this really quick. Can't see what's going on there. So AI is awesome. They're much better at certain patterns than us, i.e., calibration for those patterns. I do think AI will be a huge part of neural interfaces, which is kind of scary and also super cool at the same time. That's really cool. All right, Era, how's that look? We got our cobblestones streets cobbled. They cobbling along. It's going to be ACDC, but I sent it. Oh, heck yeah. That's why AI is awesome. Da, da, da. Look at it this way, Sam. You either join them before they beat us, or, well, you can't wait until you can welcome your new robotic overlords at the opposite end of a battle. Just saying, bound to happen. Looks good. A little dark. May want to lighten up with some contrast visually. All right. Make this dark, but not as dark. A little bit more like that. So you get some variation in there. Well, it is twilight. It would be brighter in like a day situation. There we go. Looks a bit better. I can mess with it further if needed. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, 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 oh. Awesome. I think this came out super well. I'm really pleased with the terrain over here. When I open my world, I'm having a special guest. Oh, very cool. Is it Kanye? I think we'll just do a little bit more on my textures over here, and then we'll be good to go on my field textures. And that'll be the last thing we do for today. Kanye West. Oops, dang it. Copy these. Paste them here. What? Musgrave. Bam. Oh, interesting. All right, 2D. There we go. Looking good. Love me seeing some noodle work in between Abby's. Still love the my Abby work. Good. Good. Geometry nodes really quick. So I did have this Veroni texture on the distribution here, but also the position. And I wish I could figure out how to capture that. Capture attribute. Do this. We pass in the geometry and we give a float per point, and this is the value. And then store named attribute. Here. And we'll call it dirt. And I go back to shading. And I should have an attribute now called dirt. Did that work? Let's just pump this in to find out. Oh, big brain. You have an Ariana Grande come for a few hours. Whoa. Look good. Well, that's awesome. Is that a color ramp here? And a color ramp here. Definitely powering down now. I'm feeling pretty pooped. But there's supposed to be farmland, so we'll go with like a green. All right, that looks much better. I think we just need to hit it with a smooth afterwards or something. Boom, bam, bam. Move this up. Another, or no, move this up. How many people do you think will come with you? Um, I don't know. Probably not like a crazy ton. A few. Um, I think right now I just plan for myself. If you, I can share my Discord, and you're welcome to hop in there and promote it. See, this also needs to be kind of worn down with the shape because it looks too uniform here. Way too uniform. Opening Christmas. Oh, very cool. So you got some time. Snowy is doing a uh, like a music world. Man, I wish I could combine Substance Painter directly with Blender. If I had access to all the different noises in Substance Painter, that I it would just be a game changer. That would be awesome. And lastly, a just good. Adobe would charge the integration much anyway. Result is the same, $60. Just pay me 60 a month, 60% a month for Blender. I'll call you. Audio link. Why do you ask? Why do you ask? Doubt me. All right, now that looks like farmland. Nice. Gorgeous. Mwah. Gorgeous. With the high strength. Uh, looks a little mossy that way. And UV sphere, set smooth. All right. I think we're going to call it here. And I'm going to get this Blender file over to you right now, Era. But it is late 5:12 for me, so I think it's a good time for me to end the stream. And tomorrow we'll be working on some edits for Chelsea. But thank you, everyone who's come by. A lot of new people here. Snow, but much appreciated for that follow earlier. And I think it was follow. Let me double check. Yes, follow. Mugatu, also appreciate the follow. And thank you for checking out my Gumroad as well. And chat, thank you all for hanging out with me. It was super fun putting this together. Thank you, Era, for commissioning me. Looking forward to doing more stuff like this in the future. I think it'd be really cool to make more maps, more world related stuff. It's super fun. But yeah, I stream every day, Snowy, so I'll be here the rest of the week if you want to come on by. But I will be ending it for now. Everyone, much love to all of you. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your evening. Evening for me. And I will catch you tomorrow. So see you then. Have a great one. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye.